Well, it's Earth Week, and of course, it's also spring cleaning season. So what better time to talk about how to properly recycle your old tech products? Mark Saltzman joins me now with more. Mark, nice to see you as always.
You too, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
All right. There's a wrong way and a right way to get rid of our old tech?
Sure. Well, the wrong way is not to get rid of it at all. I'm sure many of our viewers can relate to having a cupboard, a closet, a basement, a garage full of, or at least partially full of an old TV or a broken desktop computer, a BlackBerry that doesn't work anymore. And for some reason, we don't want to get rid of it.
Right.
Or if we get rid of it, the wrong way to do it is to throw it in the trash. Of course, that will end up in a landfill, or putting it even in a blue box isn't the right thing to do. That's for your paper and plastics. So the right way to properly recycle your tech, so the 80 to 90% of those materials can be used for future products, is to simply go to a website, recyclemyelectronics.ca, type in your postal code or address, and you're going to find one of many approved drop-off locations near you. You know, there's in Ontario alone, you're within 10 kilometers of one. In fact, around my home, there's about 14 areas that you can find to drop it off.
They just did that because they knew you lived there. You've got so much tech.
Yeah, they're right.
You're always changing things over.
That's a good point. All kidding aside, all the provinces are on board with this organization, and there's a approved way to do it. And we're seeing what it looks like. It's pretty neat, by the way. I did visit one of these facilities where these men and women are decked out head to toe to protect themselves from hazardous materials like mercury and cadmium and all this stuff that we don't want in landfills. They destroy, they shred hard drives and desktops and TVs, DVD players, VCRs, and fax machines.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we talking about just about anything that runs the gamut here?
The list is at that website I mentioned, and I'll mention it again, but it's almost everything that's electronic, and you know, in the batteries inside of these things are fine as well. Laptop batteries and cell phone and tablet batteries, it's all being processed and going into future products. So it's a double benefit. You're keeping them out of the landfills, and they're all going into future products, and there's no cost to us when we drop them off.
All right, you brought an example of what some recycled tech looks like.
Yeah, so this is pretty neat. Again, I've been writing about this as a journalist for over 20 years. I've never seen a recycling plant. So this is some circuit boards that have been shredded, and hard drives, plastics that were segregated. There's shredded wire. There's also precious materials too, precious metals like things like gold and silver and copper that are inside of all of our electronics that have some value. There's also an energy benefit, Jeff. For example, so we call this urban mining, when you take the materials out of existing products and they go into new ones, compared to primary production, going back into the ground and extracting it through traditional mining. It takes considerably less energy for urban mining than going back into the ground. For example, recovering 10 kilograms of aluminum from our tech requires 90% less power than going back into the ground and getting it out again, and fewer carbon dioxide emissions. So it's a win-win all around.
All right. Again, that website is Recycle My Electronics?
That's right. recyclemyelectronics.ca. Type in your postal code or address, and you're going to find one of the many drop-off bins near you. It could be a store, a school, a business, a recycling center, and it's been approved to be handled properly and going into all the new tech that we're probably going to be buying this year.
So I should probably, is it time to get rid of my Betamax?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I finally got somewhere to put it. Mark Saltzman, great to see you as always.
You too. Thanks.
Thanks, Mark.